SMT Nation, we back. Nation, AT&T is talking, and they are talking smack. All right, EVP for technology at the Big Blue Death Star, Chris Sambar, is discussing technology and frequencies. I'm a network guy. You guys know me. That's like my favorite thing in this whole game, right? I love the networks, the innovation, the new developments, the technologies. I love it, right? He was talking about a spectrum known as CBRS. If you guys know this spectrum, it's like 3.55 frequency. It's like right above the DoD frequency, which is at 3.45. Anyways, this is a low power frequency. The reason is because it's a bunch of shared licenses that's also shared between private access licenses, like for the carriers, and then it's shared for unlicensed spectrum, so anybody could use it. And then it's also used by the United States military. So there's all these power restrictions to it. I just want to say that Verizon has done a pretty damn impressive job of utilizing this asset for their network. So for what it's worth, Verizon has made it worthwhile. AT&T begs to differ. All right, so that's going to be the topic of today's video. I'll be sure to link the article for you guys in the description. And of course, ways to support the SMT to show your appreciation for the content here on this channel. Links are in the description as well. Okay, so discussing spectrum and calling the CBRS experiment a failure. He said, "We have been showing this off." He was talking about CBRS. This is pretty crazy. He used CBRS as an example to cite how the industry as a whole doesn't have enough mid-band spectrum, or it's not being utilized properly. He said there are thousands of small cells in the AT&T network that are using CBRS. And quote, "If I could snap my fingers today and pull all of them out and put mid-band spectrum in place of that CBRS, I would do it. That experiment has not worked out well." So I want to say this to Mr. Sambar, who is the Executive Vice President of Technology. First of all, CBRS is a mid-band frequency. What the hell are you saying? Second of all, to address the power concern, sir, you were at all of the auctions for all of the spectrum in the recent history. You were at CBRS, you were at DoD, you were at C-band, you were at all of them, and you could add spectrum at all of them. And you could have had as much as you wanted as long as you're willing to spend it. But you didn't. I just want to say, I have never connected to an AT&T CBRS small cell. I just want to make sure that we make this very, very clear. I've connected to many AT&T small cells, never seen CBRS broadcasted from them. The unlicensed spectrum that I have connected to on an AT&T small cell was 5.2 gigahertz, which is basically band 46. It's a low powered, basically a Wi-Fi band. So, sir, Mr. Sandbar, please properly identify these frequencies when you speak of them, considering you are the EVP of technology at your company, the second, third biggest carrier in the country. You know, just good to be accurate. Know your mid bands. Also, I don't know where the hell you have these thousands of small cells with CBRS. I can't find any. And you've got small cells littered all over my city. I have no clue what you're speaking of. But he's trying to make a point. And that's the CBRS, because it's low power, is useless. Well, you know what you should have did, Mr. Sandbar? You probably should have bought more C-band. But you didn't. You let Verizon go 160 megahertz national. And you let T-Mobile get like 40 megahertz in a bunch of random places that you could have utilized it. But you didn't, because you didn't want to pay the money. So put your money where your mouth is. Go to these auctions when they're available and get you the damn spectrum that you needed. Because now you guys are trying to do fixed wireless access. Now you care about capacity. And all I hear is you and Stanky talking a bunch of shit every time there's a mic in front of you, how you don't have enough spectrum and how CBRS isn't good enough. Well, damn it. You put more time and emphasis into splitting up the auctions between 3.7 and the DoD 3.45 so you could save $10 billion, right? So you could deploy more fiber. You're more worried about fiber at your company than you are wireless. Why the hell the bitching and the complaining? Just sink more money into fiber then. See, this is that disingenuous bullshit right here. You come in talking shit about CBRS. You have made no efforts to deploy it. In fact, lying in this article, right, in this disclosure. Then you want to say you don't have enough spectrum, but in your opportunity to buy more, you didn't because you didn't want to pay the ducats for it, right? Because of your debt problems, because your company doesn't know how to allocate its resources and try to buy up the world in media. Bunch of bullshit. See, this is what we do at this channel. We make sure we call them out, right? We call a spade a spade. I'm a big supporter of the AT&T network and what they're building. I only care about access for customers and them getting good quality networking access. That's all I care about. But Verizon spent $50 billion. And AT&T spent $40 billion. Why don't you spend $50 billion like Verizon? I don't hear Verizon belly aching about spectrum. Yeah, sure, we're going to need more. Verizon will need more. AT&T will need more. But you're just bitching and complaining because you're in a position of weakness. Because of your decision to not buy more when you could have. You let Dish buy spectrum. You let, T-Mobile buy spectrum. I mean, we're going all the way back to AWS. These companies are absolutely hilarious. This actually made me laugh with like a sick smirk when I first read this article. Sandbar on some bullshit. We're calling you out. Tell me what you guys think. Does AT&T have a valid claim here, or do you think they're off base like what I'm saying? Again, to sit there and bitch and complain about CBRS spectrum they don't even build. He's straight up lying, and then complain about not having a spectrum, but you could have bought more. It's bullshit. Yeah, you do need more spectrum, but that's on you, right? I don't hear Verizon bitching and complaining. I don't hear T-Mobile bitching and complaining either. It's you. So this is a you problem, Mr. Sandbar and AT&T. It's on you. Tell me what you guys think. Sound off in the comment section below. Go the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.